Hello and welcome to all our viewers for another edition of Turf Talks by Race Mirror. We had promised our patrons that we'll be in action soon from Chennai, and we begin Chennai racing with the big one, which is the South India Oaks Grade 2 race. I've been joined by Fahad. Fahad, thank you so much for joining us again.
My pleasure, and good to start off with Chennai racing. And let's start off with the first race, Yasser.
Absolutely. The first race is the Revelation Handicap, a Division 2 race for Class 4 horses, distance 1,200 meters. Nine horses, Fahad, in this one.
Well,
Your
this
thoughts?
is this is a race for a handicap for maiden Indian horses, 4 years old only. Where here on form, I feel the horses to watch out for would be from number one Zenetta and number three Memory Lane. Memory Lane ran a good second last time, but that was over a trip.
Correct.
But I'm sure with Anthony Raj and on the same age group race horses, I think so should be right up there. And coming back from a longer trip to a sprint, yes, definitely you never know. Sometimes horses do that, but all have to beat Zenetta on performance. So these two horses will have to watch out for, and the horse which can along, something which is a dark, should I say, maybe number five, Trump Baby, a horse which cannot be neglected. So, but I feel all have to beat in this race is number one Zenetta and three Memory Lane.
Absolutely, Fahad. I completely agree with you that Zenita and Memory Lane are the horses to watch out for in this one. Another one that caught my attention is the horse number 4 from Adhiraj Singh Joda's stable, that is Touch of Fury. Has been running consistent. I think should be right there with the other two. But we'll wait and watch as we progress of how Touch of Fury
Yes,
performs.
the Chuck Fury ran a good third in Pune, but after that, a form in Chennai has not been up to the mark. But
Absolutely.
always better to go with the horses in form and consistency. Let's hope to start off with a good fighting race.
Absolutely. With that, let's move on to the second race, which is the Revelation Handicap, the Division 1 race for Class 4 horses. Again, a distance 1,200 meters, 10 horses in this one, again, Fahad. And I think, it's a very straightforward race between the first four, which is Sinatra, Attain Burrow, Safety, and Preakness. Your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, Sinatra ran a very good second last time out, but now they have changed the equipment on. They've got a side cheek piece on with Akshay Kumar on board. I mean, this is the horse to watch out for in this race, Sinatra and Attenborough. Attenborough ran twice second here, definitely on the up. So there's going to be a tough call between these two. And Preakness is coming again with a change of equipment with a tongue strap on. We'll definitely bring him on. He's a got abroad horse. Should definitely be right up there after that long due run of his. So these three horses are the front line contenders, and my horse Black Label also can be a surprise packet.
All right, we wish you all the best for this one, Fahad. And we'll move on to the third race, which is the Razin Plate. It's for maiden horses 3 years only, again to be run over a distance of 1,100 meters. Eight horses in this one, Fahad. Your thoughts on this?
Well, on paper and track work performance, I think number six Surya Krishi with Srinath definitely has the upper hand over this field. But I would always go with a horse with a run benefit in the Davies race,
Correct.
unless otherwise you're going to meet a very graded horse ahead in front. So
Correct.
I think so. I'll stick with Celeste, who had should run a fantastic race this time out.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, got withdrawn last time out.
Mhm.
So Celeste has definitely come on after the run in the race number 62,
Mhm.
and I'm sure it will take a lot of beating. So this is the horse to watch out for from Surya Krishi. And the third chance, I think so. I feel number three, Renello. So these three horses are the frontline contenders for this race.
Absolutely. And with that, let's move on to the fourth race, which is the Grey Gaston Handicap Class 3 race for horses rated 40 to 65 to be run over a distance of 1,400 meters. Fahad, your thoughts on this one?
Well, twice unlucky. This should I say succession was. I mean, it was going on a long distance. I felt. But this would be the right trip for the big made horse. He's a 500 plus kgs horse.
Correct.
So this horse, I think so, will definitely take this ground, and all have to beat Succession in this race. And he's the horse to be watched out for in this race.
Mhm.
And King's Walk. King's Walk impressed a lot last time out with his lovely sort of good run second. So these two horses are the frontline contenders from the ever consistent number three Diamond and Pearls Forte.
I also feel that Royal Monarch ran a good race last time out, and with a fly weight on his back with 3 kgs of Shafad Ansari is riding this one,
Yes.
could be a
See,
surprise package in this.
definitely, no doubt about that. Definitely, yes.
Okay, with that, let's move on to the fifth race, the Allendale Handicap, a Class 5 race for horses rated 0 to 25, distance 1600 meters. 8 horses in this one. And Fahad, I must say that it's good to see Wire Srinath get a ride in the Allendale Handicap. I think his partnership with Allendale is a one for the books. Both of them have gone places. Both
Yes.
Allendale and Wire Srinath were in partnership, and he's won many with Allendale. And I'm sure he'd look to get this one as well, where he's riding the Intimidator. Your thoughts?
Definitely yes, no doubt about that. Because Intimidator is a dust, a devotee come down to this class, and I'm sure will not prolong his stay for long enough here. And he's definitely got the breed and the class in this race to take this set on. Intimator definitely is the one all have to beat. But a good fight will definitely be there from Abilitaire. Abilitaire was ridden off the pace last time and finishing on fourth, but now with Ashad Asbar, I definitely will make amends. And Three of a Kind is a horse who's been very well this season, who's doing good, running some game races. And definitely, if Three of a Kind are catalyst, either of the two goes to front, Three of a Kind will run a better race if he runs up in front. But yes, like you said, Intimidator is the horse to watch out for in this big class race.
Well, with that, let's move on to the big one at Chennai, the sixth race, the South India Oaks Grade 2, a 2,400-meter race, a terms race for horses 4 years old. Only 7 horses in this one. And Fahad, the interesting thing is that Forever is the only one who's gone, say, about 10 furlongs. The other ones have not gone over 1,600 meters. So, do you think that Forever will have the advantage of the distance, having raced for about 10 furlongs?
Definitely, yes. So there's no doubt about that. And she demands that extra furlong in her breed. She's very well bred by Manila Bay. Definitely a very nice line. And she was a little off color when she went and raced in the Mysore summer. She's come back to her fitness well. She's staying well. She settles beautifully. And they have really prepared her well, keeping this race in mind, the South India Oaks. But yes, you can't neglect Remedies of Spring, winner of two
Absolutely.
classics. You
Absolutely.
have to give respect to that. And she's by one of the top stallions in India, multidimensional.
Absolutely.
So I'm sure this race should be a good race where we can see a good filly coming up for the future. That's going to be the race should be between Forever, Remedies of Spring, and another local one that's number four, Glorious Days. I think so. This should be a race for the local bosses. I feel.
Well, absolutely. I think, we saw the 1,000 guineas where Remedies of Spring, Place Vendome, Mysterious Girl, and Nora all have ran in the same race where Remedies of Spring won. Place Vendome finished third, Mysterious Angel finished fourth, and then Endora finished seventh. So they've all raced in each other's company. And like you rightly said, Remedy the Spring has won, is a winner of two classics, needs that respect, and also multi-dimensional, needs no introduction, has that pedigree in it for staying. So it's gonna be a tough one between Remedies of Spring Forever, and I think Placement Dome could be the surprise package.
No doubt about that.
All right, with that, let's move on to the seventh race, which is the Manteo Handicap, a Class 4 race for horses rated 20 to 45. No whips allowed in this one, and the distance is 1,000 meters. 11 horses in this one. It's going to be a cracker of a race. It's going to be fast. Your thoughts on this one?
Well, number two, Zicardi merits attention in this. I mean, yes, there's no whip race with Yashna Redu. I'm sure definitely uh, she's got the speed early part and one to watch out for in this race is Zuccardi. And War Emblem can really spring a surprise in this. He's been off 2 runs off board, but now 5 kgs off, be right running in the bottom weight and giving nearly 10 kilos to Zuccardi. So I think so. This is the horse to be watched out for. So these two horses have the upper hand from the ever consistent number one Papa Rich for a good place.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree with you more on this one, Fahad. And with that, let's move on to the concluding race of the day, which is the multi-dimensional handicap Class 4 race for horses rated 20 to 45, distance 1,200 meters. 11 horses in this one, Fahad. And I think the Terminator ran a brilliant race last time out, won very convincingly. So I think this is the main horse to beat in this one. Your thoughts on this?
He will take a lot of beating, yeah, sir. I mean, he's come on a lot after the run last time out, and I'm sure he's definitely on the up. I think so. Terminator is the horse to all have to beat, and he's definitely a frontline contender for this race. Terminator, yes, definitely won, and followed by number five Royal Falcon place and number one Augusta. So these three horses merit attention. So, but all have to beat Terminator in this race.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more with you on this one. With that, we come to the end of our episode of Turf Talks by Race Mirror. Thank you, all our patrons, for
Thank
ever
you very
so
much.
showing your love. And apologies for not being able to put up some content for my. So we had some technical difficulties, but we promise you we'll be regular with our analysis. And thank you so much, Fahad, for joining us. Hope
My
that all
pleasure.
our patrons do follow us on our social media channels. And until then, we'll see you past the post.
Thank you so much. All the best.